Hi everybody and welcome to the final episode of the ARNE CARLOS embroidery school. Well, it's not a final episode, but at least in this run of episodes, it's the final one. We've been talking about different stitches in embroidery. We've already done cross-stitch embroidery in the past, and now we wanted to show you a few of these, what we call the freehand stitches, so that you have the tools you need to be able to create the most amazing embroideries. And if you look around now in fashion, everybody is wearing embroidery, so that's the thing to have nowadays. And so today's stitch is the satin stitch. It's the last stitch of the ones that we want to show you, our favorite stitches. We've talked about the split stitch, the stem stitch, the chain stitch. Last week we did the lazy daisies, and look at what Arne has come up with. Two lazy daisies and a number of all the different stitches, and we are creating a little floral embroider.
It would have been more perfect if we made a drawing first.
Yeah, but anyway, it's freehand embroidery, so why not? So today we're talking about the final stitch, which is the satin stitch. And the satin stitch is a great stitch to know because it's the one you're going to use, or one of the ones that you can use to fill an embroidery. So if you look at Arne's embroidery, there's a leaf there, and now we want to make that leaf green.
So let's use it on the leaf.
So let's do the satin stitch.
So I like to go on the outside of the split stitch. Yeah, and then since it's a leaf, I do these satin stitches like light green
to give it a little bit of a contrast color, yeah.
And then you can go with the darker green under on the shadow side. So you just do a little bit longer stitches and fill the embroidery. Now I didn't split the yarn. I normally would split the yarn, but since we do this to show you, we thought it was better to use the whole yarn. Now I think it's nice to use the split stitch as like you make the shape with the split stitch, and then I like to go over the split stitch and cover it with the satin stitch. But you can also go inside.
Yeah, and if you go inside, you would create a little bit more of contrast between the two.
Then you have the contrast or the outline of the leaf. But if you go over, you get
and this is a matter of
texture. You can do anything.
Yeah, but this is a matter of personal taste. I'd go on the inside, on the inside, and keep the green, while Arne is going on the outside and covering the green.
I like
but you can do it whichever way you want.
It up like this. I think that's nice for leaves. You see now it will be like, if you do it this way, you can do like butterfly wings, could be very nice. You can do the body on the insect. You can fill anything with these stitches. You can make them longer, but this is a very small leaf, so they are getting smaller. The stitches are shorter, if that's the right word. So if this is the top of the leaf, where the sun shines, it's light green. And then under you can use a darker green. So this is like you paint with the yarn. I also like to start in the middle for this one, because then I get straight lines like in the center, and then you have a nice starting point.
So this is the satin stitch.
Satin
That is
stitch.
very useful to have to fill stuff.
And when I bring the needle down, I go like a little bit into the stitches from the first color. Sometimes it can be very nice if you have like not the same length, so they're more like they're growing into each other. And if you use colors that are more closer to each other, you get like shades. That's also very nice. So this is the shadow side, I believe. Almost finished. But you can do a lot of different design by just using the split stitch, like for kind of the drawing and the outline. And then you can fill with the satin stitch and play
around with all
colors.
these colors, yeah.
And as Carl said, if you like to have the split stitch visible, you make the chain stitch inside.
So this concludes the 5 different stitches that we use the most, our most favorite embroidery stitches when we're not doing cross stitch. And using these different embroidery stitches, combining them together, you can make the most amazing things, we promise you. We hope you have enjoyed this 5-episode embroidery school tutorial that we've done. And if you like it, please don't forget to subscribe, and we'll be back with new tutorials for you to enjoy. So in the meantime, happy embroidering and goodbye.
And goodbye. Bye.